Time to breathe again on the latest Breath of Fresh Air Shorty with your host, Charles Taylor. Now, I am here for today. Oh, well, before I start, I hope everybody is having a great Tuesday afternoon. But I am here to talk about the New England Patriots, who have been in the news for more reasons than one. I'll get to that other reason in a minute. But let's start with the results that have been happening on the field for the Patriots. So they're coming off of a loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, 23 to 16, and it's their first loss at home in I think 22 home games. I think their 21 game home winning streak was broken with this loss to the Chiefs. Against the other AFC teams that are either winning their division or on top of the conference as a whole, they're 0-3 in those games. They lost to the Baltimore Ravens 37 to 20. They lost to the Houston Texans 28 to 22, and they lost this game to the Chiefs. Now, let's start with what everybody is saying about the Patriots. A lot of people are saying this is the beginning of the demise of the Patriots. They're finished. This is the end of the era. We have heard people say this over and over again, probably for the last, I'd say, 8 years. And New England continues to rise up and find a way to end up right around the Super Bowl in some way, shape, or form. Now, let's remember this before we want to talk about New England being over. They're 10-3 people. They're still 10-3. They're having a very good season. They easily could have won the game against the Chiefs. They had some bad breaks go their way. I know, or go against them. I know a lot of people who are Patriots haters, and I am one of them, honestly. But if we're going to be objective, there were some bad breaks that went against the Patriots in this game. Some bad calls that went against them. It happens to every team, so I'm not trying to make any excuses, just like I wouldn't make any excuses for any other team that had some bad calls being made against them. Patriots lost. They got beat. And even Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they said it as much. So, no excuses being made here. But they easily could have won that game against the Chiefs. But as it stands, they're 10-3. They're very much in the race still for a home field advantage in the AFC. Now, do they need some help? Yes, they need some help to overtake the Ravens, considering the Ravens beat them head to head. But New England has proven they don't necessarily need home field advantage to get to the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, they proved that last year by going to win in Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. So, if I'm anybody, if I'm looking at the Patriots, I'm not counting them out. Everybody else who wants to say this is over for New England, this team isn't going to the Super Bowl, this team is done, it's time to start over. Have you been watching the last 8 or 9 years you've been saying the same thing? Probably not, and apparently not if you continue to be wrong about this. So I'm going to hold off on that until proven otherwise. Now, obviously, things can't last forever, and there will be a day where New England starts to come down to earth and not have this reign of dominance, really, they have had for the last couple of decades. But I still have to see that game or see that day before I believe it. So until New England goes down in January and somebody else is in the AFC Championship game besides them, I mean, let's be real. New England has been in the AFC Championship game 8 straight years. 8 straight years they have been there. And they have won 6 Super Bowls in the last 2 decades. New England's not done yet, people. Now, does it feel a little bit different this year? Yes, it feels a little bit different simply because Tom Brady's not looking like Tom Brady. He's missing passes that he normally hits. The playmakers aren't necessarily there like they have been in previous years. And the defense that was once thought of as one of the better defenses we've seen in recent memory has given up some plays lately. But I'm not gonna go as far as to say New England is done. That's to me that's crazy, and it's really really premature for a team that is 10-3. So have they struggled against the some of the better teams they played? Absolutely, they have. But New England's gonna be in the playoffs, and I promise you, there isn't a team out there who is going to say they want to play New England. I promise you that because they still have Bill Belichick, who's still the best coach in the NFL, and they still have Tom Brady. Even at 42 years old, I still believe Tom Brady can get some things done. I would put money on it. They figure this out. Is it going to be tougher for them to get to the Super Bowl this year? Absolutely, it will. Baltimore is looking real good. Kansas City looks like they're starting to rise up a little bit, and their defense is playing better. So you know what? They can get a little bit of defensive play with Patrick Mahomes being there as a quarterback. They're always dangerous. And we'll see about some of those other teams. Houston, Tennessee, even Buffalo could be a factor. But let's hold off on counting the Patriots out. So, I mentioned that other bit of news where the Patriots are involved in. So, apparently, they had a scout or somebody in the production crew for the team go to the Cincinnati Bengals game at Cleveland and film their sideline. The Bengals, I guess, got a hold of this and they were able to get the footage, and it's been sent to the league offices in New York. So we'll see what happens with it. The Patriots have denied, or actually they didn't deny. I guess they knew about this. They said this was something that the production team did. I guess they didn't know the rules, which is crazy to me that you don't know the rules. Anytime you're going to be filming on the sideline, you probably need to go through that team's representatives. But apparently somebody didn't know this. So they acknowledged the incident. We'll see what happens. A lot of people is calling this Spygate II. And just throwing it on there as the latest of the scandals the Patriots have been about. Now, look, if this is true, if all this is true, which it appears to be true, how far have the Patriots fallen if they need some footage of the Cincinnati Bengals? This is a 1-12 team, and you're trying to get footage of the coaching staff and their signals. This is pretty low. This is what you're doing to stay on top. I mean, the Bengals, do you really need that type of help to beat the Bengals? Come on, New England, you're better than this. Or, well, maybe you're not. I don't know. But I'm still one of the people who's going to say this. I don't think too much will come out of this. But maybe there will be. Maybe there'll be another fine. Maybe there'll be some suspensions handed down. Maybe the NFL will use the repeat offender rule. Who knows? But New England, I mean, if you are doing this, come on. You didn't learn from Spygate or Deflategate or any of these other gates that come up with you guys. Come on, New England. And I personally think this is probably something that goes on a lot. New England just happened to get caught. And I don't know. Look, to me, it seems like there might be a little element of trying to pile on to New England because people are a little bit upset that New England continues to win these rings, and I am one of them. I can't stand the Patriots, but they have been good for 2 decades, and after a while, it can't be all scandals. There has to be some skill there. There has to be some good coaching going on there as well. New England is one of those teams that is the model of consistency, and people hate on them because they don't want them to be consistent anymore. So everybody's waiting on the day for them to jump down and be amongst some of the more average teams in the league. I don't think that day is here yet, especially when they are 10-3. But do you really need that footage to beat the Bengals? Come on, let's be better. Please, let's be better. Well, that is what I'm breathing on for today. Y'all make sure y'all go on this. Make sure you guys go on the Breath of Fresh Air YouTube channel and subscribe to it and continue to keep the likes coming on the Facebook page. I will be back later on this week with either articles or another shorty. And Patrick Brackett should be back with his own Shorty. This one that he's got working, a little bit different than what he's been doing. But so we'll see how that one works out. But other than that, everybody take care, and we will talk to y'all later on this week.